Afternoon all, happy Thursday, obviously happy Thanksgiving, I think. I googled it and Twitter suggested it might be Thanksgiving, so in typical Thanksgiving tradition, I decided to build a scrap wall made of wrecked cars, shipping containers, discarded tyres, and other junk I found lying around. I thought you Americans would appreciate me sticking tradition in this way. Now, this is a modded build, so this is using the Unlock Settlement Objects mod, and those of you, the astute among you, may notice that I haven't actually scrapped anything in terms of, I have got the scrapping mod, the one that removes the debris. The reason why it's on, but it's disabled right now, so a lot of you are having this trouble. Oh, I leveled up as well, level 15, because this is obviously a new character. You're going to have this issue with the scrapping mod that allows you to scrap kind of like skeletons, the mole rat holes, things like that, where it will basically interfere with the usage of the pillar, so you can't sink items as deep into the ground. Just basically a quick note, you can just disable it, and it just makes everything return, but the second you re-enable it again, everything disappears. So when I get to the tour at the end, you will see that I've actually basically tidied up everything. I've got all those, crappy reeds and everything like that. Now, this is the first thing I did when I got mods. I've done this on my sanctuary just up the road, which is basically, because I'm giving every settlement a theme, right? That's what my modded builds are going to be now. Well, not necessarily like, this is because they're all going to be Minuteman settlements, with the exception of maybe the railroad ones, and potentially I might do the airport as a Brotherhood of Steel, but I'm not too sure yet. However, what I've gone and done is, my idea was that each settlement's going to kind of try and have a purpose, because now we've got mods, we can define a purpose a bit more, because obviously we can give it a lot more identity. Now, this one is going to be my version of the Atom Cat's garage. Effective. This is going to be a power armor garage, right? So not very original, but it looks really, really cool. And obviously similar to the Atom Cats, I wanted it surrounded by wrecked cars and things like that. Also, never scrap your tyres, because currently there yet isn't a mod which gives me these specific tyres, but there are obviously tyres in the game. As you can see, right, it's really straightforward, just lots of work on the pillar. So I use the flat cars. I like to kind of do the bigger parts first, so I basically do the bus, shipping container, and then I put a flat car down, and then you can just basically rug glitch a kind of bigger car, like I either do one of those or one of the, what they call the kind of minivan type things in a second. Now this is, you'll see here, so it unlocks settlement objects, but if you go to the fences tab, it has just everything in there. It's an amazing tab for surrounding your settlement walls. Some settlements I am actually going to have these. These are the Covenant walls. And you may notice as well, it doesn't actually have a gate. I'm not too bothered. I might do a kind of an impromptu, kind of weird little, maybe powered door or something. But for now, I just like the doorway. So, just as an FYI, people, seriously, check that tab, because there's so much awesome shit inside it. They've got the Covenant junk wall, they've got the Covenant walls, they've got the extra large, like double-sized junk walls that a lot of you probably know where they're from, is if you're going through the city and you've got those kind of raided checkpoints, they're from them. But I'm sticking with this one because I want it kind of to feel like a garage that we've just kind of ripped up all the cars and just kind of reinforced. I'm going for the shipping containers, buses, and the cars, but we only do about a third of it in this video because this was about an hour's worth of recording, so I figured, right, because you get the gist, shall we say. I'm going to do this one, and it's fully decorated, don't worry, and I show you all the stages of the decoration, but I just didn't see the point in doing the entire thing, because that would have been like 3.5 hours worth of footage. But I will have it finished soon, because it won't take massively long. So you can be a little bit more blasé, I guess, with putting things in. It's just about the technique. Oh, also you will find, because of just like most of it is in the MISC of the structures tab, you are going to be scrolling through it quite a lot, so just as a little bit of an FYI here. Now, I like the shipping containers. I don't do it on that one yet. Actually, I completely forgot to put a guard tower on that. I don't know if I will, in fact. I'm thinking about it. But basically, I like using my shipping containers as kind of, I use them to put my guard towers on. It just adds a little bit more depth. Also, highly recommend just kind of rug glitching these fences in to kind of fill gaps. You'll see as I go, it's quite a, I really like this. That was the first point, is this was the first thing I did when I got to Sanctuary. I was like, right, okay, I want it to look like a proper barricade now. Like a full-on scrappy barricade. I will be doing a kind of narrated tour of my sanctuary at some point, which uses this technique as well. Although I do have a different entrance. I just have the main junk entrance. Well, you've seen it in the last video anyway. You've seen most of it. But that's kind of my experimental. Now, with what you're doing here, you see I'm basically just going to squeeze that in there. Now, you might have an issue where it doesn't sink in. Sometimes it will sink in. You see there, it's perfect. It's fine. But sometimes it won't. So what I did is I left... What I would do is basically put it in that position there as close as I can get it. And then actually just move the container out and rug glitch the container in. So maybe like lower the guard stand down a wee bit, so that way you can kind of rug glitch a container in, so it's just kind of, so it doesn't look like it's just kind of floating on top of the container. You want it slightly sunk in. So you can be a little bit more laissez-faire with how you put things initially, because you're going to be pillar glitching a lot of different structures in, just to make it look like it is quite literally just an awesome junk wall. I'm actually quite excited with this one. Because I've been wanting to do this for ages, like make my power armor storage area, but I've never really been able to do it. One, because the walls just always looked a bit shit. For those of you who remember I'm not going to link it, I can't be asked to dig out the link. If you just Google Red Rocket Fallout, it'll come up with one of my videos, because I have 2 of them. But it's one of those settlements that it's been missing bits, so I'm quite excited. I'm also pleased that we can damn well tidy the place up. So these little half walls here pretty much are my go-to pillar glitching in it. You can see why I had to, because those of you who have got the scrapping mod have already probably... I've been receiving shit tons of messages, so I know you have. But I've noticing that you can't use the pillar as efficiently as you are able to. So it's very important that you disable the kind of scrap dead bodies mod before you do all this. Enable it afterwards, but just disable it. And I use this one as well. Just kind of... It's basically... I basically effectively use junk walls, cars, shipping containers, and these half walls and those half walls, and then occasionally railings, and I can pretty much just junk up an entire wall. And then it's the details I add in afterwards from the decoration, the misc tab, that pretty much just complete it. And it looks pretty cool. I also like the fact that it's not as secure as a junk fence, right? Like, you know, if you look at it now, and when it's finished, a ghoul could easily crawl through the gaps. You know, someone could easily scale the top. It's kind of more of a barricade look. You know, if you look at, I'm using atom cats as an example. You know, you could easily just jump over the walls of the atom cats. But obviously, you know, I'm going to then have people defending it and stuff like that. It's going to look grand. It's going to look grand. But I do like this. I'm quite pleased. Also, this clear weather in the Commonwealth mod. Oh my days. Oh my days. It's so good. I didn't have to rest once. Every time I woke up in the morning... Well, I mean, I did actually, because it got dark. But, I mean, I didn't actually have to, like, rest once. You know, to change the shitty weather. I had a bit of a nightmare here. Also, it was quite frustrating, because I've obviously got those bushes scrapped, right? When the mod's enabled. But I couldn't see. They're in the way, so just... You've got to, you know, just bear with me. I would say, actually, because basically I re-enable the scrapping mod right when we do the decoration, but I still use the pillar a little bit. And I think it's more Sanctuary as a bit of a dickhead rather than necessarily the mod interfering. I don't know how it works. It's something to do with science, and sorcery is the reason why it doesn't work properly. Someone in the comments will explain it. There are geniuses. All I know is that the scrapping mod is the thing that gets in the way. We need more car options. One thing I've noticed, and those of you may have noticed, is all of the scrap cars looks really grand now as well. Looking good. This is the entire stretch we did. We don't do the whole rest in this video just because fuck off. I'm doing that in one big setting. But basically, so what we're missing with the unlock settlement objects mod yet is the cars that you see, the non-scrappy ones, the ones that you can move. There's one of them, and it's this blue one. But what do you mean is there's all the cars we've got right now are those really rusty ones that are immobile. We don't have any of the ones which you could just kind of place down and you can, say, move with a turret. You can kind of knock in. The ones that explode, basically, the better we're wording it. We don't have those yet. Because I think those will add a lot more detail. The ones you see in Sanctuary are the cars I'm talking about. We only have these immobile, crappy ones. Well, not crappy ones, but I mean crappy in the sense of they're scrappy and rusted, not crappy in the sense of their shit, because obviously these are the better building block ones, because the other ones would add a little bit more detail. I'm still, like a lot of you, I'm still overwhelmed with the amount of options. The reason why I haven't done a building video for a couple of days, I mean focusing on mod videos, is because I just needed to practice. You'll like my sanctuary, I think. I've gone a little bit more, it will be probably a good few days until it's finished, by the way, FYI. But I've gone a little bit more, I'm trying to go even more realistic than I've done before. Like, that's the whole premise with this. Like, with mods, we can kind of be, but I'm still obviously allowing a little bit of silliness in there. You know, for example, the generator, well, not silliness, but realism, I guess, with the fact that the generator in my sanctuary now is and I'm using sarcastic quotey hands here, scavenge generator from the local vault, rather than, and it's sunk into the ground, looks really cool. But yeah, I'm trying to, and you'll see that. So for example, my summons probably won't be as big, but I'm going to try and make them more hyper detailed now. That's the kind of aim I'm going through here. I know a lot of you like the bigger, massive builds, but I don't. Just like flat out, I just think they look crap. I always think the bigger something is, the less detail you can put in realistically. So you'll see what I mean when I do them. I think you're going to like them. These are the kind of things that I want. I basically want these to look like they were just in the game. Yeah, it's fun for me to make something that looks like it's pre-existing. Now, as you can see right here, it's pretty straightforward with just I was like, don't do what I just did just then. I thought I could, because you'll see in a second the platform slightly floats, and I was hoping I could solve that, but the problem is because obviously it's so long, it then hit the car and then shot the entire thing up in the sky. Oh, I love this so much. And I love the fact, seriously, I love the fact I can scrap items now. Because when I used to, my first ever sanctuary, my first Red Rocket, right? I love these concrete, I love it. I just love everything. I'm all full of love, wow. Half and half, but I'm full of love for Fallout right now. Everything else, shit, but Fallout's pretty grand. But when I tried to do my original Red Rocket, because of all the leaves and the bushes and the shit everywhere, it just looked off. Whereas this one, I can get exactly the way I want. I'm probably not going to, for example, I'm probably not going to build on the top of Red Rocket. I might do a little bit, but not very much. Oh, there's just so much love. As you can see right here, now we've re-enabled the scrapping mod. You'll see in the tour how it's tidied, because I tied around the rule. But basically, now the fences tab is just always check whether this mod is updated. And it seems to be mostly the fences tab has got some quite cool stuff in here. Like some really cool stuff. You pretty much have no excuse not to surround your settlement with something. Now, these concrete walls are amazing, and I've done some little mini builds. I might do like a mini builds video soon, because I've done a couple of things, like using them to make kind of little areas for farms, that kind of thing. There's loads of like little stuff that I want to put into a new video soon. I'm trying to think of like maybe a wee series where it's just kind of, maybe not videos, I want videos where you can find something, but maybe not, because I don't want them to be, you know, lost in it. Those are the big fences I was talking about. Because there's so much little stuff here that looks cool that I could definitely make mini builds of, but they'd be quite short videos. Let me think, would you be okay if maybe some days I'd maybe do like, say, a couple of short videos? Because like these little builds that I've got in plan, they take me like 3-4 minutes to do, but they look really cool. But I don't want them to get them lost in a different video. I love the fact we have these barricades. You see that as well, the pillars seems to be working fine, but those of you going Sanctuary know it's a bit of a knob. Also, tire walls, always love. Now, probably when I do the tour, I do notice this back, so I do spend a lot of time tweaking these walls. I've done it in my Sanctuary as well. But I probably could make this a little bit tighter. You'll see in the tour a little bit, there's tires especially, a lot of the stuff is a little bit too far away from the walls. And I think I can rug glitch these in. You might, just a bit of fiddling around basically, you might want to, I'm probably going to do that, put it that way. I just thought, wow, okay, I don't want to spend an entire video of me just dicking around. God, it just looks so much. One thing I like, and this is why I'm just happy that we've got these mods, is the fact that I can add this detail quickly. Like, it's not as if I have to manually kind of, you know, go from my inventory and drop a lot of stuff down. And I can kind of like, okay, cool, right, okay. And I've got layers, and I kind of know and there's so many options now that I've got stuff I've already tagged mentally in my mind as just junk for walls. And it's just, oh, so great. I'm so happy. So hapsies. But also, I like this because this is quite an immersive. Okay, no, this is my Minuteman flags. Someone pointed out in the, was it the last video? The video before? When you're doing your flags, try and pay attention to which way they're facing, because I had it with my original Sanctuary, the one I've shown you in a couple of other videos before, the one I'm kind of working on now. I have two. I have a Minuteman flag and an American, kind of, well, the Fallout American flag. However, they were facing the wrong ways. So it's like the wind's just blowing. You can, obviously, if you want, but it could be nuclear winds. I don't know, maybe. You don't know what it's like over here, but there we go. I think that one's playing the right way compared to my Sanctuary. That's me in my Vault suit. Showing you a bit of skin. Oh, it just looks so good. See, this doesn't take... This is actually, to be honest, probably... It probably is the same speed to do all this as, say, if I were to cover it with a junk fence. Maybe. But it's not boring like a junk fence. Like, I absolutely despise... I take that off because it looks shit. I absolutely despise doing, like, a whole wall of junk fences now. I really hate doing it. It's so boring. There we go, basketball hoop. That many of the traders go by can, quickly dunk some shit. But this is so much more fun to do. Like, doing these kind of walls, because you can just basically experiment. And those of you, go and have a look. Download the Unlock Set Mod Items mod, Objects mod, and actually have a look at the options in the fences. Because, for example, there are the walls from the Brotherhood of Steel camps in there, which is cool. Right, now this is something I like doing. I might make this a thing. I'm not too sure. There's fucking so much stuff. Sorry about this. So you can put the mannequins inside of it. It's quite difficult, but I show you. See, that's how you know don't do it. Put it there like that. Like that. And then you select all. The reason why you select all, because if you just try and grab, like, try and rug glitch it, so you move the trolley and it'll move the whole thing, the mannequin will actually sink through it. So, pro tip. Yes, I just like them. I actually wanted to have the red coat soldiers from... Because you can have them. You probably see me... I don't know where I've been paying attention, but you can probably see me scrolling through, going by them in the menu. But the problem is they just don't stand up. They're an absolute nightmare. Creepy baby cabbages. I always think they're going to explode. They never do. Those of you who play Fallout 3 will know what I mean. Barrels. There's just so much shit in here that you can use. But you can probably see already, I possibly could have made the whole thing a little bit tighter. Also, for some unholy reason, this engine decides it just wants to sink in. I don't know why. Just a bit of a prick, really, but it makes for good detail, so it's fine. And so you can just be a bit kind of wishy-washy. There's kind of... You probably gathered already from when doing this, and when you see Sanctuary, there are rules that I mentally follow when I'm making stuff. However, I kind of allow myself to let loose a little bit when I'm actually doing the decoration. So as you can see right here, I've kind of followed the same mental premise. I've kind of designed a standard. There we go. I've designed a standard for how I want to decorate how to build the walls. But then when I go for the decoration, I kind of like, okay, I can make it a bit more loose. I've decided I just want to have skeletons around because skeletons are cool. In Sanctuary, I've got one of those. Managed to get them sitting in a wheelchair. Hashtag just saying. Right, here we go. Here it is. So this is my 1/3 of Red Rocket's junk walls. They're pretty cool. It's quite a nice little technique. I hope you guys get what I mean. So basically just focus on the bus. Basically I use buses, shipping crates, and scrap cars. And when I do the full tour of this, you'll see in Sanctuary also, you can try things like the various other cars. So it's just, and then you just add you fill up the gaps, and then you add the various layers in the front. So you can see I need to move those tires. Do I? Maybe they're alright. But just add bits in the front. So it's just about kind of like layering forwards after you've done it and just kind of adding not only concrete but also the tires and then just kind of junk. This is basically just debris built over, quite a long period of time. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that. It gives you a few ideas. As always, follow me on Twitter at norespawns. I'll have more videos up soon now that I'm actually getting a hang of mods and not so overwhelmed. But then enjoy your Thanksgiving. Those of you in the US, I still don't know what you eat. Enjoy turkey. I'm going to have avocado and toast because I'm basic as fuck. And I'll talk to you lovely people soon. You take care.